Hello students and welcome to Intelligent Institute of Education. Let's start a Python tutorial series. In this session, today I would like to explain the concept of Python supports multi-programming technique. Now, I'm going to set the presentation so that you can understand each and every topic more clearly, isn't it? So now, let me set the presentation so you will understand it. So the first technique is procedural programming technique. It supports a step-by-step approach where code is organized into procedures that operate on data. The second point is this: it focuses on writing sequences of instructions that are executed in order using statements, loops, and functions to structure the program. What does mean? It means that in this programming technique, like we can say the example is C programming. In C programming, any code we want to do, like to find a factorial number. Okay, so the number we have to explain what type of data, like we are going to declare local variable or global variable, that we have to mention. And even though we would like to use control structure like conditional statements, if or else statement, even though includes loops, for loop or while loop and functions calls, so it means that we have to each and every data we have to mention it. So this is also called as top down approach, isn't it? Let's see the second technique. Second technique, this is called object-oriented programming technique. So this lecture I will make separate. Okay. So now I am explaining the technique because when you are going to give an interview, interviewer, they will ask different questions on different types of technique. So you should know that how many techniques have in Python programming, and whenever required, we can answer one by one, isn't it? So now OOP having some features like class, object, data hiding, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. So let's see one by one features. So basically class defines the, or class we can use in a class variables which is called as attributes, function which is called as a methods. Okay, in a class. So basically class, this is called as a blueprint or templates. So what is the meaning? The meaning is that we are going to design one template. So like in schools and colleges, some students want to join, or in any company or in any organization, employees want to work in that. So we have to keep the data. Like for example, any student join. So what is the name of the students, which course has opted? It means that we have to keep the detail of the students, isn't it? So now we are going to save in a separate variable. Fine. And like tomorrow also some students or some employee want to join. So we have to make a separate variable and we have to store the data. So in place of that, we can create one form and we can create one design. And in that design, like one students or one employee or more than one, they want to join, so we can only the thing we have to enter the data. Okay, no need we have to design again and again. Like for example, I want to say, for example, I have to develop this mobile phone. So what we have to do, we have to make one design, and after designing we can make one mobile phone or 100 mobile phone, 1,000 mobile phone with the same design. Other example, for example, I want to give, for example, we are going to construct a building. So in that more than one floor, like ground floor, first floor, second floor, third floor. So if we have designed one floor, So with the help of same design, we can construct more than one, isn't it? So in the it means that in that way we can save our time. Fine. Second, the concept is that is object. So basically object, this is an instance of the class. So what is the meaning? The meaning is that it represents real world entities. Fine. So whatever we are seeing from our eyes, these all are the object. Fine. Like for example, this is the mobile phone. So what is the brand of the mobile phone? What is the name of the mobile phone? Okay. What are the features and what are the functions? So now it helps to access each element of the class, and through method we can access the each element of the from the class with the help of dot operator. Fine. So without object we cannot get the any output. Fine. When we have used the class we have designed, so with the help of object we can access the data of the class. Is it clear? Next, we have data hiding. So basically, data hiding is used to use the proper way of data. So the characteristic is that it prevents the accidental modification, accidental use. So here we can make data private or protected. Without authorization, no one can access. Like when we are going to create a account in a bank. Okay, so someone want to access some detail of the account, so without permission, no one can access. So basically, we can keep data more secure and we can restrict direct access. This is all I will show you in practical in separate lecture. Next features we have encapsulation. So basically encapsulation, we can make the bundling of data. Okay, it means that here now we have created in a class that is called as attributes and methods, so that we can construct single unit, and while restricting the direct access with the help of the object. So this also helps for the data hiding and make modular programming, that making the code more secure and more manageable. Like for example, any data we want to create as a global, so global we cannot access directly, so for that we can make private or protected. Is it clear? So it means that when we are going to access, so it will make more secure of data. Clear? Next we have inheritance concept. Name itself we know that inheritance. In this we can we can inherit the data from parent class to child class. Is clear? So it means that in this we can use the code reusability. Same code we cannot write again and again. So whenever required, we can access the code. Fine. So it means that we can save also our time. We can make modularity program, and also we can maintain easy to update and manage our code. The next topic that is called as our polymorphism. So polymorphism, it means that we can create many forms, okay, where the same function or methods can work in different ways based on the object it is acting upon that. So for this, I can make a separate lecture with practical way, so you can understand more in next videos. Okay, see the next. So here next technique, this is called as a functional programming. Basically the functions like lambda function, filter function, map function, and reduce. So this function already I have given the lecture. Please go through my previous lecture so you can understand more. So in this functional programming, we can make some mathematical function and avoid such changing state or modifying data. Okay, this also emphasize that we cannot update, we cannot change. This is all are the immutable data. Fine. And this is a high order of functions. So you practice lambda function, filter function, map function, and reduce function in practical way, and watch my previous lecture so you can understand more. Next technique we have, this is called as a imperative programming techniques. So basically in this technique, the program executes, that is a step by step execution. Okay, so this represent this show how flow of execution. Instructions are executed sequentially. It means that in this technique, if when we are going to write a code, so the code how execute, it explain, it shows a step by step execution process. Is this clear? Go for the next technique. So in this technique, this is called declarative programming technique. Basically, it explains, it focuses on the desired output in place of how we are going to use methods or procedures in a program or in a framework. Is it clear? So it gives the how output comes in a program in this technique. Okay. So finally, also we can say that this technique that focuses on what the program should achieve rather than how it should do it. Fine. So let's see the next programming technique. This is the most important, event-driven programming. For example, we want to create any app, the desktop applications, that application should be graphical user interface like GUI. And in this application, how we want to use some cursors, some how we have to click and how we have to press, and also we can create some buttons, some labels, some text boxes, some menus, how we have to do that. So in this technique, we can use the library which is called as a tkinter and piqt. Fine. So it will be very helpful. Like for example, what is the concept of piqt? So piqt, it supports a powerful graphical user interface toolkit to make better desktop graphical user interface application. Fine. And tkinter, this is used for also make better, with the help of this library, better application in that we can use just now explain. So Windows buttons, labels, text boxes, and menus, and many more. Okay. So these also we can see in practical. Fine. Next, this technique, this Python also supports in this threading, multiprocessing simultaneously, which will improve the performance and efficiency. Fine. So this also using the concept of concurrency as well as parallelism. At a time when you are going to give a bulk command to work on that, so how this is going to work? Like for example, you want to download multiple files. So how this multiple files supports to download one by one, even though processing large data sets using the multiple cores. So how this behaves? So this is the most the beautiful and pleasant techniques that we have to use with the help of Python. Fine. Next technique we have, that is called as a meta programming. Basically in this meta programming, technically this is used at the output, the dynamically the modification we can do it in runtime. Like we want to modify some functions, want to modify the class data, and also we can class data like some attributes. So we can use this concept of meta programming also. Fine. And also here some features also we can see when to use the meta programming. So basically this meta programming we use with the help of Django and Flask. Okay. And this also more supporting the concept of machine learning models, and as well as reducing the boilerplate code that will be the automatic class generation. Okay. And adding dynamic features. So this all work in runtime. So this is the most advantage. Like when we have to get the output, so when we have to get the output, we can do some modifications. Okay. So this concept called as a dynamically at runtime. Fine. Next, see. So next topic we have the scripting. So already we are working on the concept of Python. So Python is a scripting technique. Okay. Already we know that many features, and some features also I want to explain. Like Python is the concept of general programming. We can do it everything the concept of hardware, the concept of software. Even though we can use the concept of robotic design, so any type of applications. Fine. So here some examples like automation, system administration, and task scheduling. Already I have explained the parallelism and concurrency we are using. And even though that is some very some features like easy to write, because here not required any compilation, this will execute directly. Okay. And cross platform in the sense this Python programming use any platform like Windows, Mac, and Linux. Fine. And that is called as it will be very easy for file handling, emails, any type of APIs, application programming interface, or data processing like machine learning and data science we can use. Okay. And basically the concept of that, this programming language easily suitable for the concept of artificial intelligence. And in this already we have much libraries to support the web scraping and scheduling and any type of development of applications like desktop application and mobile application, whatever it may be that. So this is the most powerful and now booming programming language. Okay. Next technique we have that is called as a aspect oriented programming technique. So this programming technique use that separate cross cutting concerns like, for example, when we have to make some logging page in a website like banking or some other website, so here it will be more secure, and whatever we are going to give the username and password, that will be the validation of data. Okay. So this make basically the business logic, how we are going to code for and how we are going to make a secure the data. Okay. So this also helps to keep code clean, modular, and maintainable. So code clean in the sense like we have some data like some non data. Okay. And some empty data, so easily with the help of this technique we can clean. So basically the best use of that, avoid code duplicate data also we cannot use in this. Fine. So in this way we can improve the maintainability, as well as we can say the better modularity program. It means that this enhances the code organization by separating different behaviors. So this is the also we can use in machine learning, like any data we have, the duplicate data, so we can remove that. Any like empty data also we can remove that with the help of AOP. Okay. Next we have modular programming. Basically the concept of modular programming is that we have long program. Okay. So what we have to do, make a short program module by module. So what will be that, what will be the use of this, what will be the benefit while we are going to break down the a small module? It means that while we have to run the program, and there we will find out any errors, so it will be best way to find the error, to remove the error. Fine. So what we have to large program we can make a small, that will be self-contained modules or component for better maintainable, better we can use. Fine. So basically also we can say that this contains the functions, variables, or classes. Each module handles a specific functionality that can be reused across different parts of the program. Fine. So basically finally we can say that the code will be more organized, maintainable, and as well as easy to debug. Why? Because large program we can make a small, so it will be very easy to debug. Fine. So this is the concept of modular programming. And if you want to make our separate module, that we have to save .py. This also I will show you. Next technique we have, that is called as logic programming. Basically in this technique we have to use a libraries like PySweep. Okay. So what will be, this behaves like a prologue style logic programming. Prologue in the sense, with the help of artificial intelligence we can make a program like FOPL, first order predicate logic. So it will be the very useful. Any facts or any rules easily we can construct with the help of these libraries, which is called as a py sweep libraries. Fine. So our task will become easy, like any facts you are going to generate, or we can say that in any rules we are going to construct, and any queries is there. Okay, with the help of FOPL, first order predicate logic. So with the help of these libraries, py sweep, easily we can do that. Fine. Like interviewer, they want to ask some questions, how we can do it, some a prologue style. Okay, or first order predicate logic. So this Python programming, with the help of this libraries, we can do that. Py sweep libraries. Fine. Next we have that is called uh, reactive programming. Basically this programming use the library that is called as a RxPy, reactive extensions for Python. So in this, how the asynchronous, it means that run concurrently, already we have seen before. At a time we want to work more command, like want to give printing command more, we want to download some files more. So how it will be using concurrently at a time, without blocking or waiting for other tasks to finish. Without waiting, this work and process continuously. It helps improve the efficiency of program, especially when the dealing with input output operations, like we have to send some request for network, file handling, or database queries. Okay, so it will allow tasks to start and finish at different times, isn't it? So this also very useful. Now the last okay, the technique, this is called a component based programming technique. Basically this programming used, it can be implemented using the concept of object oriented programming. So it will design the patterns. Pattern is the sense, any method, any patterns, like in a mobile we have like opening finger, like, and we want to make any design. Fine. So and frameworks that promote modularity and reusability of code. So this we can do it with the help of Flask and Django. Okay, so Flask, this is lightweight web framework. With the help of this concept, we can make the web application with reusable components like routers, templates, and middleware. Fine. And Django is used to encourage the use of the components, especially with reusable application, and manage a specific pieces of functionality, like authentication, or any, like you want to payment something. Authentication in the sense, like any web page, like we have written some password or some payments we are sending, so it will authorize. Okay, authorize. So that will be the useful for the Django. Okay, so this all technique we can see in practical way, and get ready of this question for interviewer. They can ask how many techniques and how we are going to use in a programming. So that will be, get ready for all questions. Okay, so finally, I would like to say thank you for watching, and still you have any questions, so please write in comment section, or even though you can mail. I have given here email ID, and still you haven't subscribed my channel, so please subscribe and share with friends, and try to understand and do it more practical. Fine. So we'll meet in next lecture and next slides. So thank you very much.